So you've got a real tick window open, and you decide that what you want to do is scalp a stock. And let's say that you've got RAI, and that's the one that we've been watching this morning, and you see that it's 79.06. You see some bounce at 78.99. You were seeing a bounce, right? At 97, we know that it bounced. And you decide, well, you know what I want to do is do 20 or 30 cent scalps on this thing. You could set up a bracket order and save it as a strategy, or if you're comfortable and you think you can do, you can remember a couple of keystrokes, there is also a very easy way to set up orders. Right click down here on your, first off, let's back off the order size. Let's make this 500 shares. Huh? Okay, so let's say you're trading 500 shares. You click on the gray area at the bottom of the Realtick screen, and then you hit order entry properties. And what that's going to give you is sort of this bucket of things that you can do with your order entries. So you can tell it that on US stocks, right, we've got 500 loaded up now, you want to do 500, and you always want to do it as a reserve order. Or you always want to do a show size of 100, right? So you're never showing more than 100 shares. So that is, you can just set that up as your basic order inside this order entry properties box. What we were talking about a second ago is you can do this order actions manager, and what this will let you do is set up hotkeys for your orders. So let's say you could just use this join bid, join offer, and then assign a keystroke to it. But let's say you want to set this up as an order action on your own. So I think it's worth learning just how to do this real quick. Okay. So we say action, and then depending on who your Realtick broker is or what your account permissions are, you're going to have slightly different options available here for the order routes and for the actions, but you're always going to have buy at bid. You're just not going to have some of the institutional stuff that I'm going to have on my list, but let's say you say buy at the bid, and you're going to use your routing, and you don't want to go with a smart route. You want to go with just a straight up equities route that allows you then to get rebates on your trades if if you've got your account set up for rebate trading, and then select whichever account you're going to use, and then your trade size parameters. So let's say I want to buy 500 shares, and let's say use net position. So this is just in case what I'm doing is reversing a short here. And then if I want to do a bid delta, let's say I want to go down a penny, okay? This means what it's going to do is it's going to go buy at the bid minus a penny. It's going to put me at the inside market minus a penny. So I'm going to go down 1 penny, and I'm going to show 100 shares. All right, so now my whole order is set up here. Buy minus 0.01, right, at the bid. Show 100. Net position is going to be my exit if I use this as an exit for the trade, and then I click OK. So now it's going to use this as my order type, which is pretty useless, right? If you're looking at the if you're looking at this thing and you're trying to remember what your order was, this is not going to make all that much sense. So we're going to call it something else, just buy at bid minus 0.01, and you say OK. Oop. I don't know if you can't put a minus in here.
It might be your decimal.
Yep. Okay. So you've got your order set up, and then what you say is I want to put a hotkey on it, and let's say in this case I'm going to use Control Shift B. I've already got that assigned. Let's just say yes. Okay, so now Control Shift B is going to get me in at the bid minus a penny.
Order placed.
There's your order. So you just have to change that discretionary component, the net position size, take that out and just have it do. So this would just be get me in, right? Penny below, and then you're going to have it get you out above. And you saw how fast my order hit the montage there. If I want to cancel it,
Order canceled.
boom, order's gone. So that's the basics of setting it up. So if you don't want to have any kind of a confirm on it, if you just want speed macros, then what you're going to do is just set it up as simple orders. You know, buy the bid minus a penny, buy the ask plus a penny. You know, sometimes I'll set up a macro that'll get me in on a marketable limit order, right? So if it's a fast market and I want to buy and this thing's running up really fast, I'll have one that's set up to get me in plus a nickel. So it'll do, if the current ask is $79.28, it'll put me my buy order in all the way up to 33 cents. And what that'll do then is sweep whatever share size I'm looking for right out of this montage here. So if I'm looking for 2,000 shares and they're not available, it'll take all the levels between 28 all the way up to 33 is the worst price that I get filled at, and I'll get some sort of an average price on the position when I order it. Realistically, you know, this NYOB quote is a hard quote, but you know, the NASDAQ quote at 200, the BAT quote, all that stuff is probably going to be, they're probably doing the same thing that I did on that order there, where it's an iceberg order and they're just showing you whatever they want you to see. So if you did 2,000 shares in something that's trading 371,000 shares so far for the session, you'd get filled, your 2K would get filled pretty much instantly at the inside ask. So those are called marketable limit orders. When you shoot above the market to enter a trade, then you've got a combination. It's sort of a hybrid of a market order and a limit order. All right, but does everybody get how to set up those macros? And then you can go and you know, you can do even more fancy stuff with the macros too. So you can do staged pairs, but you know, let's say, I know Peter might be interested in that, but you know, you can come in here and you can say, I want to move the market. You can say, I want to reverse my position. You could do staged buy, where you're picking up. I see we don't see that drop down box, huh? Okay, so those values aren't showing up on your screen, but you can do stage by stage sells. You can do change orders. You can bump the price, right? So let's say you've got an order out there for your account, and you know, you want to raise the price by a certain amount. So let's say you want to bump your price up a nickel to get out. Right, then you hit OK. I've already got this one set up actually. So if I want to bump an order plus a nickel, right, in my case, here's what the order looks like. It's just 0.05 is the price delta in that case, and we've already got a macro set up so that Control Shift up arrow is going to move that price up by 5 cents. So if we are, you know, let's say we've got an order here at 79.11.
Order placed.
All right, we're all the way down at 79.11, and the market's moving up, and we're still going to want to wait for the market to come to us for whatever reason. And all that we have to do, Control Shift up arrow, boom, it moves me to 16. Right? Piece of cake. So you set these macros up like that. If I want to go, you know, if I want to go 21 on my bid, same thing. If I hit Control Shift up arrow, it's going to go and pop me up to 21. If I hit cancel, I'm out of the market. If you hit Control Shift up arrow twice, it's going to bump you a dime. So pay attention to what you're doing, and you know, you should be good to go on these. So I've got this recorded. This is a simple version of the macro. You can go and really combine macros. You can do a bunch of stuff that is pretty cool with the macros. You can script them and everything. You can also buy a macro keyboard so that you don't have to do this Control Shift stuff. You can just go to Amazon and there's a bunch of different gaming keyboards. X Keys is one that was popular for a long time. It's pretty expensive and doesn't really do much in terms of fancy stuff. But Logitech has a gaming keyboard that works really great for this stuff. So let me know if some of that makes sense, doesn't make sense, whatever. If you need help setting up the macros, just give me a buzz and I'll show you guys what to do.